Hello and welcome on board a BMW F700 GS Rallye. Now, the Rallye spec will be noticeable for those eagle-eyed because of the handguards you can probably see, the heated grips, the onboard computer. And then what you can't see is the pannier fastenings and also the red, what BMW call the racing red frame. Not that it makes it any faster, of course, than the regular F700 GS. This bike in this spec is £8,275, which makes it the most expensive, clearly the most expensive on this, our 5-bike group test of what I'm calling middleweight sports tourers. Now, the idea behind this test was the bike at the front of this 5 is the Yamaha Tracer 700. £6,299, the cheapest, or the least expensive, should we say, on this test. And that's new for this year, based on Yamaha's MT-07 model. It's taller, it's got a slightly longer swinging arm, different rear shock settings. 196 kilos makes it the lightest as well on this test. Funny noise. And what we've also got is Honda's new for 2016, or revised for 2016, NC750X model, and we've got the DCT, which is clutchless, automatic. We've got the bike that's in front of us is the Kawasaki Versys 650, and further ahead is Suzuki's V-Strom 650, two of the sort of older stalwarts of this category. Both still very, very good motorcycles. Great all-rounders, super competent. And this class really is all about making your first, or your step up to your first big bike, or using them as a sort of a town run around as a second bike, or if you've been on sports bikes all your years, or your riding years, or you know, 1000cc version of, let's say, the Versys or the V-Strom, and you're coming back down again, you want something a little more versatile, a bit more comfortable, you know, easy to use perhaps, a bit more fuel efficient, lighter. And that's what these bikes have got in abundance, actually. They are economic, you know, 6299 for the Yamaha. The Kawasaki and the Suzuki both start with a 6. The Honda in its automatic form, in the DCT form, is just a shade over 7. And then this BMW at 8275. And riding around on it, yeah, you can tell the quality. Quality of the engine, build quality, you know, it's refined. So what about this BMW? Well, 75 brake horsepower. .790cc water-cooled twin-cylinder. It's the same engine that they use in the F800. Slightly detuned. It's got 10 brake horsepower less than the 800. So this is 75 versus the 800's 85. And this has got cast wheels, which is a big difference, or another difference. 19-inch at the front, 17 at the rear. big wide handlebars, making that 19-inch wheel easier to manoeuvre. And we're here on the North Yorkshire Moors, heading towards a little village called Goathland, which I believe is where Heartbeat was set, that ITV programme. Anyway, we rode all day yesterday. We came up through Lincolnshire, Cambridgeshire, Humberside, across the Humber Bridge, and we rode around the moors yesterday. We then rode over towards the A1 Scotch Cornerway last night. And back here this morning, I'd say we've covered around about 250 miles so far. And we've got the rest of today doing some photographs and some video. And then we'll head back down to BikeSocial HQ in Peterborough. Now, what I have done is when we were doing some motorway miles earlier on, is I had the electronic suspension set on comfort. Then we turned off onto the A66 and I put it into sport. Some smooth roads, high speed, fast corners, and it makes it a bit harsh for these bumpier roads. So, in theory, by a quick, where should we go? Normal. There's 3 settings: comfort, sport, and normal. Let's put it into normal and see how we get on. And BMW has got very tall gears. I did notice early on when testing just how tall those gears were. Pulling away at first, you get all the way to 60 miles an hour without much of a bother. A low and mid-range grunt, that typical noise of a BMW twin-cylinder engine emanating. And that first gear will take you all the way 60 miles an hour. Second gear will take you above the national speed limit, again without too much of an issue. It means that they can use the gears and its torque to pull nicely. And 6th gear really is your cruising gear, it's your overdrive, as it were. Now, what this BMW lacks for me is a decent screen. You know, as a sports tourer, you'd assume, or you'd expect, you know, for that kind of audience, a fair sized screen, you know, not asking for much. And clearly they've bothered to put one on it. As you can see, it looks like someone's come along with a machete and chopped it off. Now, that said, it does offer enough wind deflection to not be too much of an issue. But if you're going to put a screen on there, just add a couple of inches on. I'm 6 foot tall, and I'll stop going on about it, I think, because it's not too bad. Oh look, the Kawasaki can wheelie. Now, an August day in the UK on the North Yorkshire Moors, 5 motorcycles, life's pretty good. And I'm sure all these sheep have seen a motorbike or two before, but you never know if they're going to make a dart across the road. Now, the BMW was given a bit of a facelift for 2016. Some cosmetic changes mainly. Colour options. In fact, this Rallye spec GS is only available in this white with the red frame. But it also comes with 4 different seat height options, and they range from 765mm to 860mm. And this is standard sits at 820, which is very comfortable. And the standard seat's fine, absolutely fine. I haven't had much bother. I've ridden it this morning, probably 45-50 miles. No drama, and that's motorway and a bit of A road, and the twisties we've just seen us on. I'll tell you what else is good on this as well, is the Michelin Anarchy 3 tyres. Very, very nice. Again, comfortable, you don't get a lot of road noise. And they've done a great job at doing what they're supposed to do and keeping me rubber side down. Here we are at Ghostland car park, where we're going to wait for our colleagues in their cars with their video equipment.